A Day in the Life of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is one of the youngest billionaires CEOs in the world, with a net worth of over $130 billion. The 36-year-old runs Facebook, the social media giant, with a market cap of $855 billion. Being a CEO doesn't allow him to have a lot of free time. However, Zuckerberg still makes the time to exercise and spend quality time with his family. Let's take a look at a day in the life of Mark Zuckerberg. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell. That way you are notified every time we upload a new video. Mark Zuckerberg usually wakes up at 8 a.m. every single morning, which is pretty late compared to normal tech billionaires who prefer to wake up before sunrise. Zuckerberg starts his day checking Facebook, Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp on his phone. Mark said he's usually only on social media for a few minutes in the morning, but it can last longer depending on current events. During one of his interviews, he told Jerry Seinfeld that even before going to the bathroom, the first thing he does in the morning is to look at Facebook on his phone to see what's going on in the world.
Out of the bed, you go to the bathroom.
Oh, I don't, no, the first thing I do is look at my phone.
Oh, you look at the phone first?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he looks at Messenger and WhatsApp in order to check and respond to the most important messages. This is another contradictory routine Mark follows compared to other billionaires, but Mark Zuckerberg isn't just any tech mogul. He stays productive and balanced by removing non-essential choices from his life and setting ambitious goals for himself. After getting his morning updates, it's time for his workout routine. Mark said that going for a run and working out is a great way to start the day. This is the reason why he is very focused on working out at the gym 3 times a week. Sometimes he goes walking with his Hungarian sheepdog Beast along. He said running with his dog also has the added reward of being hilarious because watching his dog running is basically like seeing a mop run. His dog Beast is a celebrity too, with more than 2 million likes on his own Facebook fan page. However, he doesn't only take Beast with him. Mark Zuckerberg has an impressive security system and multiple large bodyguards who stay with him when he goes out in public. To protect him from any menace, Facebook has spent over $23 million for his personal security. Once he's gotten his exercise in, Zuckerberg is not too picky about what he eats for breakfast. He usually just digs into whatever he feels like having that day. He likes to save decision making for larger, more important things than breakfast. So breakfast for Mark is pretty easy and simple. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like to waste time on small decisions. One thing for which he is known is that he wears the same clothes almost every day. It's well known that the world's leading entrepreneurs have a few things in common, like their own specific routine. They get up early, they stay focused, and they wear the same clothes almost every day. For example, Mark Zuckerberg always wears a pair of jeans, sneakers, and a grey t-shirt. This habit has been also followed by multiple successful CEOs like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, who chose to wear similar clothes each day in order to avoid time-consuming decisions. This is what he said about his wardrobe in 2014 during one of his interviews.
I really want to clear my life to make it so that I have to make as few decisions as possible about anything except how to best serve this community.
He added to that by saying he is in a really lucky position where he gets to wake up every day and help serve more than 1 billion people, and he feels like he is not doing his job if he spends any of his energy on things that are silly or pointless about his life. In his Palo Alto home, there is a custom-made full AI virtual assistant to ensure that same level of productivity in all household matters. These kind of high-tech exploits are rare even in the world of billionaire tech CEOs. Mark worked very hard for a whole year to develop the AI assistant. In a Facebook article, he went deeper on building his AI system. His goal in 2016 was to build a simple AI to run from his home. It also uses facial recognition, which allows his family and friends to enter easily. His Palo Alto home is worth more than $7 million, and this doesn't include the surrounding properties he has bought for privacy. He spent more than $43 million on these properties. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't own a private jet, but spends a huge amount of money on air travel. He spent nearly $25 million on charter services in 2020. If you were surprised at that price, then you would probably faint when you know the price of his private island. Mark bought the Kauai properties for well over $100 million. The island is spread over a whopping 700 acres and is located in Hawaii, and definitely it's the perfect place for the Zuckerberg family to have a vacation. He is mostly seen in normal cars, but Zuckerberg does have some luxury ones. One of them is the Pagani Huayra, costing more than $1 million. There are also other luxuries such as private yachts and planes, but that is a video for another time. One thing he is known for is his charity. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative is much like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and has donated over $6 billion for scientific research to improve human life. He has also signed the Giving Pledge, promising to give away 99% of his fortune in 2021. Mark Zuckerberg works 70 hours a week at Facebook, but he constantly thinks about the social media platform throughout the day. He also has said multiple times during his interviews that he is probably thinking about Facebook more than he should be. But Zuckerberg believes that what occupies his mind throughout the day even more is thinking about ways he can create new services and innovations that will provide more value to communities around the world. During one of his interviews in 2017, he said he spends most of his time thinking about how to connect the world and serve the community better. But a lot of time isn't spent in Facebook's offices or meeting with people or doing what you would call real work. Even if Mark Zuckerberg is one of the smartest people in the world, he still needs some help to manage his own social media channels. Because of this, he collaborates with a team of 12 employees that have the sole focus of checking his accounts and interacting with followers and subscribers. His team also helps him to remove inappropriate comments and post updates on his Facebook page. His team is what allows Zuckerberg to keep track of all the messages, comments, and posts that he receives daily. If you have a question for Zuckerberg, you may not get an answer from him, but from a dedicated member of his team who has been trained to write, respond, and act like him. During his free time, Zuckerberg spends most of his time improving his knowledge. He is learning Mandarin Chinese, and he also tries to read as many books as he can. In 2015, he stated he was very focused on reading a new book every 2 weeks. That means Mark probably read more books that year than most people read in their entire life. Zuckerberg also likes traveling. When he is on the road, his daily schedule tends to change quite often. He frequently travels to meet famous figures and world leaders, including former President Trump in Washington, D.C., Pope Francis in Rome, French President Emmanuel Macron, and famous celebrities like his personal friend Vin Diesel. Back in 2017, Zuckerberg took a trip through America where he visited 23 states in an effort to go out and meet people across the United States. Even the social media guru understands the importance of human interaction and connection. Whether he's traveling or working, Zuckerberg tries to spend as much time as he can with his wife Priscilla Chan and his 2 daughters, Max and August. Every night before going to bed, the Facebook CEO likes to tuck his girls in bed and always says a traditional Jewish prayer. Very few people can say that they made a huge impact on the world of social media. Even fewer of these people can say that they did so from their dorm room. However, Mark Zuckerberg isn't like most individuals. Along with Mark, Facebook is famous because Zuckerberg and 4 of his college classmates launched it in 2004 from their dorm room at Harvard University. A few years later, it became a worldwide sensation with everyone creating Facebook accounts. All they needed was an email address to access a world of social media. As of 2021, Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company and has over 2.6 billion monthly active active users, making it the largest social media company ever created. Facebook is now acquiring other growing brands to increase their reach. Examples are buying Instagram in 2012 for a sum of $1 billion and WhatsApp in 2016 for $16 billion. Even if there have been many fallouts, setbacks and scandals, Zuckerberg is still the CEO of Facebook, which has allowed him to become one of the wealthiest men on earth. And he is now worth more than $130 billion. Not bad for a kid from White Plains, New York. What I really like is the fact that despite being the CEO of one of the largest companies in the world, Zuckerberg is still very much a family man, from somebody who believes that family is everything. This is a habit of his that we very much admire. It's also important to start your day off doing what's important to you. While Zuckerberg checks Facebook, he also makes sure to include some exercise and family time into his daily schedule. No matter how successful you are in life, it's always a good idea to start your day off with what's most important to you, and that's something that Zuckerberg does very well. Well, there you have it, the daily schedule of Mark Zuckerberg. What do you think of his daily schedule? Do you check the phone immediately after waking up, or do you prefer not to use it? What do you think about Mark wearing the same t-shirt every day? And how would you spend your day if you had the wealth of Mark Zuckerberg? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more videos like this, consider turning on the notification bell. If you want to discover how Jeff Bezos schedules his days, also check out this video right here, which is going to show you exactly how he does it. And I'll see you in the next video.